Well, the free-Zuma protests have now swelled into Gauteng. We've seen some unsettling images of people looting shops in the Johannesburg inner city and surrounding areas. Let's get you the latest updates now on the roads affected and how things are looking at this moment. Major General Mathapelo Peters joins us. She's the police's head of communications. Mathapelo, thanks, Major General, for talking to us. Just how widespread are the protests at the moment in Gauteng? What are the hotspot areas? We've seen some very unsettling images so far.
Good afternoon to you, Devon, and to your viewers. The line is not very clear, so I will respond based on what I think I heard. In as far as Gauteng is concerned, police have since last night been responding to what is largely criminality, opportunistic criminality, which has been confined to the areas of JHB, as well as Alexandra and a little bit in Bramley. So police were able to quell the situation in these three areas, and the situation is tense at the moment, but police are on the ground to ensure that no further violence erupts.
We understand that the city centre, the CBD in Johannesburg at the moment, have got some tensions going up. There are some tyres being burnt on the streets, some barricades. What's the situation in the CBD at the moment as far as your info is concerned?
Well, from our members on the ground, the only incidents of torching were reported in the GP area, which is quite close to the Johannesburg CBD. So it is possible that they were actually referring to the JHB town incidents. So, but we are monitoring, especially now that it's becoming darker, and also in as far as the threat that we have been seeing on social media, that there should be a widespread shutdown. So we are monitoring as far wide as possible.
We've seen reports, certainly outside of the province and inside Gauteng as well, of targets being liquor stores being targeted, looting going on as far as those stores are concerned. I mean, presumably there's a concerted effort to sort of, by the police, to look at some of those liquor stores being targeted by, as you say, some opportunists as well.
Well, different businesses have been targeted, different businesses were attacked, entry was forced by these criminals, and some of these were, unfortunately, liquor stores. So we are just monitoring the situation, and like I indicated, in fact, in Alexandra, one of the people that were arrested, because we arrested a total of just about 40 suspects in Gauteng alone. One of the people that were arrested for possession of suspected stolen property had a radio system in his possession. So it's different businesses that are targeted.
Major General, I'm not quite sure whether or not you could speak of the KZN or the KwaZulu-Natal happenings at the moment. We've just crossed to our reporter not so long ago at the Marion Hill area at a liquor warehouse there. And the scenes there were particularly unsettling because the protesters there seemed unfazed at the police presence guarding that liquor warehouse and continued to push into it. Have you got any information on that side of things?
Yeah, for now, our members are on the ground and responding to the situation, as well as in other areas as well. And like I indicated earlier, Devon, that we are seeing more criminality than anything else, which is very opportunistic as well. If you also look at some of these people that are involved in some of the looting. But our response and our approach has been to use as much restraint as possible, rather, so that we ensure there are minimum injuries. But we are really appealing to members of the public to work with us and refrain from this unnecessary violence and criminality.
As I let you go, Major General, what's the plans as far as police presence are concerned overnight in these hotspot areas?
Well, our police, working closely with the Metro Police and other law enforcement agencies through the net joints, are throughout the night. We have heightened visibility in some of the areas where we feel we need to intensify deployment. So our members will be on the ground monitoring the situation and hoping that no further violence will erupt.
Major General Mathapelo Peters, head of the police's communications department, thanks very much indeed for your time.